श्रीराघवम् दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयम् सीतापतिम् रघुकुलान्मयरत्नदीपम् आजानुबाहुम् अरविन्ददलायताक्षम् रामम् निशाचर विनाशकरम् नमामि नमामि नमामि
Ramakatha Rasavahini Chapter 14 Part 3 Sumantra drove back to Ayodhya. The horses were reluctant to retrace their steps. They turned back towards Rama, longing to be with him and loath to move away. Despite prodding and persuading, they could scarcely move on. They pathetically protested and they stopped off and on, craning their necks to catch a glimpse of Rama. Sumantra too was turning back in unbearable sorrow. He wiped the stream of tears that flowed down his cheeks. He kept his head hanging as if unwilling to show his face to people. After sending the aged minister back, Rama proceeded to the Ganga with his wife and brother. When Guha saw Sumantra's plight, he was so overpowered with agony that he leaned on a tree, sobbing with his head pressed against its trunk. He thought, when even dumb animals find it impossible to live away from Rama, what can be said of the anguish suffered by his parents, who bore him and brought him up lovingly and with such great hope, and by the subjects of their realm who adored him with loyalty and love? Alas, who can measure the grief that harrowed Queen Kausalya's heart? The sorrow seared Guha's soul. Guha's eyes fell on Rama, Sita and Lakshmana walking towards the Ganga, so he hurried towards them. Realizing they wanted to cross the river, he shouted to the boatman on the opposite bank to bring the boat. The boatman hastened across, and within moments the boat was ready where Rama awaited its arrival. Guha called the boatman aside and told him to clean the boat and make it fit for the prince of Ayodhya and his consort and brother, who were crossing the Ganga on their way to the forest where they intended to spend some years. The boatman had heard from his Nishada brothers the sad tale of exile of the heir apparent to the throne, so he had lost no time in coming over. But he had a disturbing doubt that had to be resolved. He had come to know that Rama had placed his foot on a rock and that it was suddenly transformed into a woman. Was this the same Rama, or was he a different person? That was the question he asked Guha. Guha said, "My dear boatman, what a strong memory you have. I am glad you remembered that incident which happened long ago and have reminded me too of it." He turned to Rama and said with great exultation, "Rama, listen, this man, my tribesman, has treasured your majesty and glory in his mind. He has brought back to my memory how you released Ahalya, the wife of sage Gautama, from the stone into which she was cursed. My subjects were very agitated over the terrible curse that was inflicted on that lady and were delighted when they knew of your divine power that liberated her. Oh, how fortunate are my people to be aware of your divinity." Guha described the faith and devotion of his boatman with great joy. Rama moved towards the boat, and the boatman stood before Rama with folded palms and said, "O Ramachandra, all the years of my life have become worthwhile with the good fortune that has come to me today. Today, I am able to look upon the Rama of whom I had heard long ago, that I could row you, your consort and your brother across the Ganga is the reward I have earned by accumulating merit through many previous lives. Let me pray for one blessing. Allow me to sprinkle on my head the water sanctified by washing your feet before I row you across." Guha had not realized that his servant, the boatman, was so deep in devotion to Rama. He was surprised at the request he had so humbly laid before Rama. He was supremely delighted that the man had prayed so. "Listen to me, brother. Let Rama take his seat in the boat, then you can wash his feet with the waters of the Ganga taken in a vessel. It is not good manners to wash them while he is standing on the bank." Guha reprimanded him for his obstinacy and simplicity. But the boatman wouldn't yield. He pleaded, "O Lord, you possess vast wealth. I am helplessly poor. I am scraping together the wherewithal to maintain my family through the fees I get ferrying people across. I find my daily income insufficient even for running my little family. How could I be happy if even this income is lost? Therefore, please don't misunderstand me. Let me wash your feet even before you step into the boat." Rama grasped the undertone of the boatman's strange request, smiled, and turned towards Sita, saying, "Did you notice the boatman's fear?" Guha could not understand what it all meant and why Rama had smiled. He was perplexed at the fellow's behavior. He said, "Hello, boatman. I don't understand what you are talking about. How is the cost of maintaining your family related to this present duty of yours, taking Rama across the Ganga so that he can enter the forest and live there? Are you demanding more fees from Rama for this hereditary task? If so, you are only revealing your greed. If your earnings are not enough to support your family, I am ready to supplement it as the chief of this realm. Don't yearn to get it from Ramachandra. Attend to your business and get the boat ready." Guha grew angry at his persistence. The boatman said that he had heard people say that the feet of Rama had some peculiar power. They say when the feet contacted a stone, the stone turned into a woman. My boat is made by putting together many pieces of timber. If each piece becomes a woman, my lord would leave them all to my care, for they were born from the parts of my boat. How can I bear the additional burden? But if the feet are washed before he places them in the boat, I can be free from fear. Besides, when I sprinkle the wash on my head, my sins would vanish. So please permit me to have my wish fulfilled." Guha was lost in thought, but Rama called the boatman near him and said, with a smile lighting up his face, "My dear man, come, wash my feet." He placed his feet in the palms of the boatman. His joy knew no bounds. He kept the feet within his palms and washed them both very carefully and lovingly, not missing the space between the toes, using the sacred Ganga water. Then he sprinkled the wash on his own head and over all parts of the boat to guard them against malefic powers. He was immediately delighted with the success of his plan. He held Rama's hand as Rama placed his foot in the boat and got in. Rama helped Sita to board, holding her hand firm in his grip. He made Lakshmana sit beside him on one of the cross planks. They spoke to each other of the devotion and childlike innocence of the boatman and enjoyed the movement of the boat over the waters. They conversed with Guha on various topics, and time passed so quickly that they found themselves on the other bank without being aware of the journey. Rama pretended to be ashamed of himself when he found he didn't have even a cowrie shell to offer the boatman in lieu of the feast due him. Sita knew the feeling of his lord's heart by instinct. She removed a ring from her finger and placed it in Rama's hands. Rama hailed the boatman and said, "Here, boatman, this is your fee. Take it." The boatman fell at Rama's feet. "O Rama, this day I have achieved the gift of gifts. All my sins have been smashed into dust. I am liberated from the awful doom of birth and death. The pangs I endured for many lives on earth have borne fruit. My God has blessed me. My forefathers and my progeny have been freed from sin by this blessing. O Lord, enough for me if I receive and deserve your blessings. When you return, O Lord, come this way and confer on me the chance to do this service. This is the reward I value most in life." He fell prostrate on the ground before Rama with tears rolling down his cheeks. Rama and Lakshmana consoled the boatman and tried to assuage his ecstasy. They tried to persuade him to accept the gift, but he protested, saying, "O Lord, if I accept fees for taking you across this tiny stream, tell me how much you receive as wages for taking generations of my line and billions of my fellowmen across the vast and terrifying ocean of worldly existence, samsara, which involves all beings in a fast-moving current of change. I have been immersed in bliss since I got this chance. Please don't bind me further by forcing me to accept wages for this lucky chance that fell my way." These words touched Rama's heart. He felt that it would not be good to pressure him. Rama blessed him most liberally and let him depart. Rama and Lakshmana placed their bows and arrows on cloths spread on the bank and stepped into the river for a bath. When they had finished, Sita also stepped into the sacred river and after her bath offered prayers to Ganga, vowing to return after spending 14 happy years with her lord and again sprinkle the sacred water on her head in thankfulness for the end of the exile. Rama called Guha near. "Dear friend, I have already used too much of your time for my own purpose. Now, go back to your town." When this command fell on his ear, Guha's face fell. Tears flowed down the cheeks in streams. With palms folded, he prayed, "O Rama, please listen. I shall be with you for some time in the forest. I know all the paths of the jungle. I can give you useful information. I want to serve you this way. Please don't say no." Rama was happy with Guha's love and devotion, and he took him with him. Walking some distance, they rested when evening fell under the shade of a wide spreading tree. Guha and Lakshmana hurried to sweep the area clean and make it fit for Rama and Sita to rest. The fruits on the tree looked very eager to fall and be of service to the divine visitors. They turned red with excitement and joy. Guha and Lakshmana collected the fruits and placed them on broad leaves before Sita and Rama. But Rama asked, "Lakshmana, can we eat these fruits without performing the evening rites?" So they went to Prayag, the confluence of the holy rivers, which was nearby, and had the holy site before they took their path. Rama described to them the glories of the spot while returning from the river. He said that the efficacy of the waters at the confluence of the three holy rivers was so potent that it could cleanse people of all sins that tarnished their minds. End of chapter 14. Sai Ram.
श्री राम जी की महिमा अपार, राम जी की महिमा अपार। सुन लो तो बेड़ा पार, सुन लो तो बेड़ा पार। श्री राम जी की महिमा अपार, राम जी की महिमा अपार। श्री राम नयना मुखारविंदा, श्यामल छवि अति सुंदर राम। करुणा स्वरूप श्री राम, निर्मल स्वभाव श्री राम। करुणा स्वरूप निर्मल स्वभाव, भक्तों के प्राण गुणशीलवान। नीरज नयना मुखारविंदा, श्यामल छवि अति सुंदर राम। रविकुल मंडन दशरथ नंदन, मुनि मनरंजन नयन विराम। श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम। श्री राम जी की महिमा अपार, राम जी की महिमा अपार। जय जय श्री राम, जय जय श्री राम, जय जय श्री राम। जिनकी कृपा ने आखर बितारे, एक ही बाण ने दुष्ट संहारे। जिनकी कृपा ने पाथर बितारे, एक ही बाण ने दुष्ट संहारे। चरणों की धूल ने पापी उठारे, जन्मदिन उन्हीं का मना लो आज, जन्मदिन उन्हीं का मना लो आज। मुबारक हो सबको जन्मदिन की रात। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। राम सीता राम सीता राम सीता राम, राम सीता राम सीता राम सीता। सिया